Hello and welcome racing fans, we are here for round 7 of the ERS Tier 5 Championship, and before we get into the main event, it's time to set the grid. Qualifying is about to begin and every lap counts as the drivers push to secure the best possible starting position. My name is Amon and I'll be your commentator for today. We already got some cars out on track, so let's see which player has decided to go out early, as we're just waiting to be able to spectate them. Would like to make some disclaimers already, as this is my first commentary myself, so there'll be a little bit of risk and getting used to, but we will make it work. Right now we got some cars on track. Let's see which is the first driver on the track. It's one of the Red Bulls, it looks like. I just have to find them. Yes, this is the lead car on track. So let's spectate them. Let's see what they can do. We got Victorette starting their flying lap right now, coming very close to the wall of champions there. Let's see what Victorette can do heading into turn 1. Third gear. Nice and tidy on the entry and the exit. Gotta be careful there not to lose the backhand. Takes lots of speed into this next right-hander. And we come up to another left-hander here. Small lockup, but that should be alright. And careful on the exit here on the wall on the left. When they get close, but don't hit it. Now we move to a fast corner that goes to the right. You flick it in, go right, and then left again. You build up speed to go down the hairpin and into turn number 10. Lead on the brakes there for Victorette, but I think he managed to slow it down enough. And now onto the long back straight, building up to 200 miles an hour, heading into the final chicane. You're gonna be careful, because the wall of champions is oh so close. What can Victorette do in terms of time? Running up to the line, it's a 1:10.6. Let's see if anyone can beat that. I think we've got a Williams or Alpine crossing the start finish line, but no time has been set so far. See, we got one of the McLarens going on the line. Also no time there yet. Oh, we've got a time for Markov. A 1:10.654, so slightly faster than Victorette right now. I think Ezo is on a lap as well. Heading into the hairpin. Turn number 10. Let's see what he can do. He has quite a bit of battery left for the back straight. Ooh, he was very close there to hitting the wall of champions, but I think he managed to be alright there. And he is fastest overall so far with a 109.585. That is almost a, well, not almost, oh, never mind. I was gonna say that's almost a 5-tenth gap, but Smashtag Brady has put his car onto P2 with a 109.7 so far. See if we can spectate someone else. We have Mr. Pizza right now, heading into turn 10. Small lockup there, but I think that should be alright. Let's ride on board with him. Heading into the last chicane. He's using a lot of battery on the back straight, as you would imagine. Ooh, that's very careful there with track limit. I think he was already over track limits before that moment. But that will not count for him. We've got quite a few cars on track. Let's see if we can spectate that has on the back straight. Yeah, there we go. But he is coming in the pit lane. Oh no, he's going for another lap, I think. But he already has a time. So let's spectate someone else. We've got Nikiti. Maybe setting up for a lap. Oh, there's a lot of drivers behind and in front. It's very busy right now. Excuse me right there. Just had to quickly check some settings. But let's not get distracted by that. We've got Womax going into turn 1, starting a flyer. Let's ride on board with Womax for a little bit. Oh, I can see that my camera settings are not correct on this car. Excuse me for that. Will be slightly esports-like at the moment. I'm gonna have to see if I can change that maybe at a less busy time on track. As I would like to spectate Womax right now. He set the fastest first sector. I already saw Womax drive last Friday on Brazil. I know what he's capable of. If we have a cautioner, that's no problem. Someone backing off to allow people some room. We already saw it on Womax lap. I think there was someone all the way in the grass to give some room to Womax. That's obviously very respectful from the other driver. I couldn't see who it was. I would like to give them a shout out, but I do not know their name because I simply did not see. We've got some extra times on the board that I haven't named, but let's see what Womax can do first. Nice and easy. For the chicane. Obviously taking enough speed with him, but not going too risky right now. As he puts it on P7. Ooh, left a little bit of time there, I think in the last sector, maybe in the middle sector as well. But let's run you down the grid. We've got Markov in P5 right now. Arthur in P7. Womax in P8 at the moment. We've got Robin in P9. We've got El Nino in P10. We've got Jeroen in P11. And we have got Florian in P12 right now. We're still waiting on some lap times from Mr. Pizza. He's going out again. Ronald is in the pits. Miff is, I think, on a flyer. Yes, that looks to be fast as he almost locked up going into that fast right left-hander. He's heading down towards turn 10. Double checking. Okay, this camera model is also not correct. So I'll just be mainly using this camera mode then, as it will be a bit more easy to watch for you guys. We've got Miff going into the chicane. Let's see how close he is willing to get to the Wall of Champions. That looks to be alright. A little bit grass there maybe. Oh, that's direct limits for Miff. That's his lap not counting so far. Let's see, we've got Zongo setting up, or not setting up, sorry. He's using a lot of ERS right now, so he is looking to set a time. Let's see what he can pull out. Onto the main straight, heading up to the finish line. What will it be for Zongo? Zongo to P3 right now, a 109.550. The 57 Mercedes. Let's see if we get some more drivers setting their lap. We've got Mr. Pizza starting one, I think. Miff looks to be out of fuel, I think, so he will have to come in and refuel his car up. Diggsy is exiting the pit lane, and DJ Panda is heading into the pit. So let's see if we can spectate Jeroen right now. I think he is setting up for a lap. He's on a lot of ERS. Let's see if he can pull something out of the back. Let's see. Needed the finish line. Oh, he's closing the DS there for a second and reopening it, I think. Heading into turn 1. Again, gotta be careful here with the traction on the exit. Ooh, looks to be slightly loose on the rear there. Should still be alright. Can cut this corner quite a bit on the second apex there. And heading to the left ender here. A little bit slow. Gotta be careful. Ooh, gotta be careful for the back end. Yes, as it stepped out on Jeroen's car. That McLaren got loose there, and that is his lap gone. Let's see if we can expect someone else now. I think there is a Red Bull going fast. Yeah, that's Jixie, I think, setting up for a lap. Let's see. We got over 7 minutes remaining as Jixie crosses the line. Jixie's heading into turn 1. This camera model is correct, so let's spectate Jixie a little bit on board. Oh, small lockup there, but that should be alright. The locks up are usually a little bit of a placebo, I feel like, in this game. I see quite a lot of people locking up, I still. Oh, that's loose on the backhand again. I think That's a little bit too much engine braking potentially, or the brake bias too much to the rear end of the car. The car just didn't comprehend with that. But Jixi is still to set a lap time, so I think finishing this lap is probably worth it for Jixi. Even though it might not be a fast one, at least you have a lap on the board, gives you a little bit of confidence. And gives you something to work with, because then you know if your next lap will be fast or not. I prefer hugely to, set a lap time early and have it a little bit slow, so I can build up laps after laps after laps. Obviously, this is only a short qualifying session, but yeah. Let's see if Jixi is going to continue this lap or if he's going to go in the pit lane. No, he will not. He will continue this lap, making sure he sets the time. See what it is for Jixi. Jixi to P13. Yeah, it's not a fast lap, but at least he's in front of both Florian and Jeroen. So that is very nice for Jixi. Let's see if Mr. Pizza is up on the lap. Yes, Mr. Pizza is sending it into that corner, but he's not using any ERS. I think he's just warming up his tires very aggressively. Let's see, as a lot of cars will be out on track probably. Let's see, Markov is on the out lap. We've got Zongo on an out lap and iLife. But I think Markov is closest to start finish. Yes, that is correct. He's very close to start finish. The Ferrari will be right behind him. Ooh, the Ferrari is on a fast lap, I think. Ooh, this is gonna get close. Slight unfortunate situation there. Oh, as someone spins off. Is that Markov? No, it's not. It's his teammate El Nino. But Markov is attempting his, I guess, last lap, last fly. I don't think he has time to go back in the pit and refuel his car. So I think this is the last lap for Markov. Let's see what he can do. Heading into the slower left-hander, which is turn 6. That looks to be alright for him. Gotta be careful here on the left-hand side with the wall. That should be no problem. Heading into turn 8. Nice and easy. Looks to be pretty okay. But is it faster? That's the real question. I think we're gonna see Delta Split. Ooh, slightly slower than its fastest time. But maybe with the help of some ERS, he can improve that time from last lap. You'll fly past the straight, opening the DRS, minimizing your distance to the final chicane as much as possible, and then sending it into the chicane. It looks to be clean right there. No real big risks taken. Still has 40% battery left that he can use right now. He crosses the finish line and there is no improvement. 1.5 seconds slower than his previous time. Let's see if we have got someone else on track. I think only my Alpine camera model is wrong at the moment, so that's good to know. Let's see. Ooh, Nikiti has put a lap time in that I've missed, I think. He's now P2 and looks to be heading into the pit lane as he's recharging at this moment. I'm sorry for missing that fast lap there. We've got Zongo, I think, on a fast lap. He has enough fuel. The fuel marker isn't... Oh, but that lap isn't counting for him at the moment. Let's see, is Victoret on the lap? I think he is about to start one. Potentially no. Otherwise he would have outlap in front of his... or behind his name. So I'm not sure about that one. Let's just spectate him for a moment, as he's the only one close to either starting a lap or finishing one. I think there's a few guys just going in the pit right now to quickly refuel their car and go out again potentially. As Zongo is... or sorry, Victoret is definitely starting a lap right now. Heading into turn 3 right now. That looks to be pretty okay. And the number 28 Red Bull. Now heading towards turn number 8. Gotta be careful here for the curbs, they're quite aggressive. Or could be aggressive if you take them too much. Now heading to one of the slowest corners on this track. The chicane, or sorry, the hairpin, as Victoret is putting down the fastest middle sector. Ooh, looks to be a little bit loose in the rear there, but seems to be okay. Unfortunately, didn't catch the improved his overall lap time or the split up into Sector 3. He's heading into the final chicane right now. That looks to be alright. Got about 6% ERS left. I think he's gonna nail that perfectly. Yes, he does. He doesn't improve his time though. Only slightly slower. But that was a good effort from Victoret. Let's see if we've got someone else right now on a fast lap. Ooh, there's a lot of cars on track right now. It's very, very busy on track. This might get chaotic. I think some people will be very unhappy with their track position and traffic. We've got the leaders out. Let's see if we can spectate Ezo for a little bit. I think he is close to one of the kick Saubers. Oh, he's backing off a lot right now. Oh, gotta make sure we keep it clean right here, gentlemen, as we obviously want to allow everyone to set their laps. I think these guys are skilled enough to figure that out. And make sure you have a nice little gap. So, that's right, on board with Ezo as he is starting his lap right now. Paying a little bit of tribute to Oscar Piastri with the in-game design over there. Heading into turn 1. I'm not sure what happened there exactly, but looks a little bit weird. Might just be a visual game bug. Heading into the slower left-hander here. See if he can improve his first sector time. I'm gonna keep an eye on the delta right now. Not sure where the line is. I think I've missed the first delta. Well, that's unfortunate. We'll keep an eye for the second one then. Oh, he's slightly faster than his time, and with the margins he's having, that is actually quite a bit of time that he was faster. Didn't catch the number exactly, but it was almost a tenth quicker, and you know, with the margins, how small they are at the top, it should be pretty good time for Ezo as he's heading into the last chicane. That looks very fast to me. Takes some grass on the exit there, but I think that should be fine. All the way up to the line. That is the new fastest time for Ezo, a 109.216 right now. Let's see if Nikiti right behind him on track as well. Can he close that gap? That will be the main question right now. Nikiti heading to the finish line. Can he close the gap to Ezo? The answer is yes, he can. Nikiti with a 109.016. Nikiti saving it for loss. But Mr. Pizza, out of nowhere, a 108.720. Wow, that is a fast lap from Mr. Pizza. Let's see if we got high life on that fast lap. I don't think so. It's very low on fuel. I think a lot of people have come into the pits already. A lot of people have finished their lap. Yeah, high life is finished. I think this is it actually. I think a lot of people had some traffic or didn't manage to. At the time, a lot of people have finished Mark. So I think the only person that potentially has time is DJ Panda, but no. He is backing off majorly, heading on to the finish line. So I think this is the grid right now. We've got some people still driving on track, but I think that is AI controlled cars. Oh no, wait, we have Myth Shadow? No, that is not correct. Okay, well, we have the grid then. Wow, Mr. Pizza from nowhere, honestly. Yeah, I have no idea where he came from there. I don't know where he was before that lap, but wow, Mr. Pizza saving the best to last. The only one to go into the 108.720, as we've got Nikiti in second place, Ezo in third place, iLive in fourth, we got Whoops in 5, we've got Markov in 6, we've got Zungo in 7, we've got Smash Tag at 8, we've got Myth at 9, and Victoret at P10 right now, as we're heading into the Grand Prix. I'm very interested to see what all the players decide in terms of starting tire and what the weather is like. I mean, we as the spectator don't have access to the weather prediction, so I'm very interested to see what the weather will do. Last week on Friday, there was some rain at the end that I was kind of hoping for on my first commentary because, you know, it spices things up a little bit. And we couldn't see that. At some point, I was like, wait, like, it confused me a little bit because I saw some drops on the screen on one of the driver cams. And I was like, wait, is that like raindrops? Or am I just like, do I just see like anime, like running lines? You know, when the character starts running super fast, they have these lines behind them. I know it's a stupid anime reference maybe, but yeah, it was very unexpected for me as the caster. But let's see what the tire choices. Wow, that is a very dominant choice to go on the hard tire. I wonder if there's rain predicted at all then. As we get everyone on the hard except for Whoops in P5, Mash Tag Brady in P8, and Myth in P9. So I'm very interested to see how that's going to play out. The soft tire, not an option today for the drivers, as we can see Mr. Pizza aggressively warming up the tires. Oh, the grid is heading into the hairpin. Let's see what interesting battles we'll see today, as we've got the rest of the cars is, you know, heading into the pit lane. Very interested to see where is Womax? Oh, P11 for Womax. Wow, he must have had some unfortunate laps there in qualifying. As I saw him race, like I said, last Friday. So the possible race strategies predicted by the game would be to pit on lap 20. Well, let's see if the game is having that one correct, as I will be removing some of these. Let's hide this UI. Let's get ready for 5 red lights. Well, here we go. We got 3 red lights, 4, 5 red lights. And we're underway for the Canadian Grand Prix. Can Mr. Pizza jump Nikita on the start? Yes, he can. Nikita had a very interesting start right there. But it's Mr. Pizza leading out of turn 2 right now. We've got High Life in 2nd place. Whoops in 3rd on those medium tires. He'll be looking to make a name for himself. Nikita has fallen back to P4 right now and is very busy there in the background as multiple cars almost gets taken out by each other basically. As we have got, I think, Mash Tag in P6 right now. Yes, he is very close to the back of Azo right now. He'll be looking to defend that place as up front Mr. Pizza has to defend slightly from High Life behind him right now, heading into turn 7 and 8. Sorry, turn 8 and 9 I think that is. As we're heading to the hairpin, Mr. Pizza seriously has to defend from High Life as he dives down the inside of Mr. Pizza right now. Does he have the traction on those hard tires? Which driver manages their warmer better? It is Mr. Pizza out in front right now, defending for all his might. So we're heading to the chicane. There's some battling in the distance, but oh no, High Life is going down the inside of the chicane. Can he make that one stick? Oh, he can. Wow, what a move by High Life. Heading on to the main straight. Can Mr. Pizza come back at him round the outside? No, he thinks better of that one as High Life stays ahead, heading into lap 2. So Nikita is still in P4 right now. There's a slight gap to Azo. He has to look more behind than in front right now. So we got Myth on P7, Markov in P8 right now. Zongo in P9 and Arthur in P10. Under pressure from his teammate. Oh, that was close right there, heading into the left-hander. But Arthur stays ahead for the time being. Let's make sure we are up to date with some battling here with Nikita and Whoops and Mr. Pizza and High Life still. This is a very close fight for P1 basically, all the way up to P5 as all this battling, down the inside, or around the outside I should say, goes Mr. Pizza and High Life. He doesn't get the exit he wants, and now he's in pressure from Whoops. But I think he managed that and stayed ahead for the time being. As he goes around, or not around the outside, but overtakes Highlife, as he is probably saving some ERS right now, as Mr. Pizza is in front. Whoops is in second place, and Highlife is in P3 right now. The kitty in P4 slightly dropping back a little bit, as Esso is closing up as well. As Myth has just got the fastest lap, as we have almost got every car within a second of each other. And there's already a 3-second time penalty for Jeroen. No, sorry, for Floris Jan in P15. Oh, as someone is dropping. Oh no, Highlife has spun. Oh no, Highlife, what happened there? I was just catching on Floris Jan, or catching up on what happened there, but oh no, he has to let the entire grid by. Oh, that is very unfortunate for Highlife, as he just spun. I think that, judging how the car was, I think that, I don't know, I want to make a assumption of what happened, but that is very unfortunate by Highlife. What happened there? We need to know. Fortunately, we won't know until after the race and until we check the Discord channels and see if he clipped that, or if he's willing to share that with us, because I am very interested and saddened to see that happened. But we've got Esso defending from Myth, but that isn't for long. Myth has overtaken Esso, I think, on those medium tires for Myth. Let's double check. Oh, DJ Panda with 10-second penalty for cross the pit lane exit, well, white line. That is very unfortunate right now. As Whoops gets the fastest time, a 1:11.765. Yes, Myth indeed on those softer medium tires right now. And oh no, Mr. Pizza already has a 3-second time penalty. That is not great for his chances. We've got Zungo overtaking someone, or someone falling back slightly. Is that Mash falling back? Yes, slightly, but staying ahead of the Red Bull for the time being. As Victoret also has a 3-second time penalty or 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That is again track limits. Obviously, those penalties could get removed later on. But for the time being, we're just gonna assume they are valid. As oh no, someone is driving in the back of someone. That's Nikiti, I think, in the back of Mr. Pizza, and Whoops was slow on the entry as well. What happened there again? Oh no. As Nikiti is faster at the straight, is better traction than Whoops. Again, poor spectating from my end there. But yeah, I'm not too sure what happened over there. Oh, and Whoops is almost losing the rear end there on the chicane heading onto the main straight. But Mr. Pizza out in front. Nikiti closely by. Whoops in P3 right now, and Myth in P4, making a very impressive Highlife, multiple warnings and a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for him. Let's see if we can slightly, oh, that is not what I wanted. Slightly toggle the penalties right now. Or sorry, position change is something I want to see. We've got Dixie up 10 places right now. Wow, that is some impressive driving from Dixie right now. That is, yeah, really impressive, as Myth is up 5 places at the moment. And, yeah, unfortunately, it's Highlife down 13 places. And Victoret also had an incident, as I'm doing my best Charles Leclerc impression there, dropping back to B18. But let's focus on the drivers in front. We've got some gaps starting to form up that were some hectic but fun opening laps. Right now we've got Whoops in P3, got Myth in P4. Maybe everyone is slightly thinking about their timing or their tires, as Jixi gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh, down the inside goes Zogo to overtake Markov. As we've got some more time penalties coming in. Zogo looks to be a little bit loose in the end, but stays ahead for the time being. Can Markov get one back? Doesn't look like. We've got Womax being overtaken, I think, by Mash right now. Can Womax come back at him? No, he cannot. Jixi is in that train as well. Ooh, that's very aggressive over those curbs. I think that might have been a warning for Jixi. See, we've got Robin closely following R2 right now. As Jixi is very close here as well. As Zongo is looking to set sights after Azo right now, heading onto the back straight. Let's see if we can Tire information is not really important. Okay, this is the penalty status at the moment. Take note of it. Up front, it's just Mr. Pizza with a 3-second. Behind, further down, there's some more penalties, but those are a little bit less important for the time being as they equalize each other. Jixi, another 3-second time penalty, I think. Yeah, that's up to 6 already. That is very unfortunate for him. Let's close that spectator menu. Close that one as well. We've got Markov also with a penalty. That should be 3 seconds as well. Not sure if I named that one out already. And DJ Panda with a penalty right now. I think he's in last place. Yes, he's in last place right now. Let's see, as I need to keep track on some gaps here. We've got Nikiti closely by Mr. Pizza. Mr. Pizza has a back marker, but that one looks to be ghosted, so he won't have a problem with that. But Nikiti is very close. Into 5 seconds, he is going to have the DRS heading onto the back straight. Let's see if Nikita can make a pass right now. Very close. Gonna be close into the hairpin, or into the chicane rather. Looks like Mr. Pizza has this one covered, as behind its whoops. Not making use of those mediums as much as he wanted. They might have dropped off already, I am not too sure. Not too experienced to judge that one, as we have got a slow car. That's one of the McLarens, I think that's Jeroen. Yes, Jeroen is missing his left wing end plate right now on his car. He's trying to make his way back to the pits, but he is driving very slow at the moment. So I also need to pay attention more to the yellow flags right now. We've got some close battling in the midfield. Fighting for the last couple of points as Womax is in P9 right now. Defending that position. Let's see if Jixi can make an overtake. Oh, slightly deep into the corner. Has to cut the corner. Oh, is he gonna give that one back? Robin will argue he gained some time with that, and I think Jixi is smart to give Robin that place to not get into any track limit or penalty warnings. Oh, it's very close behind Jixi as Arthur almost ran into the back of Jixi, but heading into the hairpin, they're side by side. Can Arthur make that one stick around the outside? It doesn't look like it for the time being. No, Jixi is ahead of that one. But can Arthur come back at him? At the moment, it doesn't look like it, as we've got Zongo overtake Myth coming into lap number 9. Those medium tires might be beginning to fade a little bit, but Myth made them work for the time being. We'll have that hard tire later on in the Grand Prix. For the time being, he has to look out behind him because Markov is also very close by. Oh, that's into the wall for Mash. Oh, that didn't look like a very big hit, but it will do a little bit of tire wear damage onto your tires, and for your confidence, it's also not the best thing. As Ronald has a 3-second penalty, he's down to P13. That will put him couple of places down. I'm sorry for not focusing too much on the lower fights, as it's, like I said, my first experience observing. Oh, that is very wide for Jixi, coming out of turn number 9, heading to turn number 10. Looks to be alright for the time being. Let's see if there's any close gaps. Oh, we've got a change for the podium position. Azo is up into P3, as I think those medium tires from Rubes are starting to fade, but maybe he can come back with the help of some ERS potentially. Down into turn 1. No, doesn't look like it for the time being. There's still that back marker in front of us. I am not too sure how that works and who gets the ERS and who doesn't, and who sees that one ghosted as well. I see it ghosted. I hope he's ghosted for everyone. Let's see if Whoops can come back a little bit at Azo, as looks to be the case that his tires are doing. Wait, is that an Aston Martin? Oh, that's an Aston Martin ghosting. What happened there with Nikiti? As I think Nikiti has potentially lost connections there, as we've got some locking up in the distance. Yes, Azo has overtaken Nikiti. Nikiti has lost connection and is AI driving at the moment. Oh no, that is terribly sad for Nikiti. That is very unfortunate. But that means Azo is currently into P2 right now. He has a 5-second gap to Mr. Pizza. He is really enjoying himself right now out in front. And so we've got Whoops to P3, as into P2. Nikiti is driving with AI. Zongo is into P5 now. He's gonna overtake Nikiti soon as well, probably. Yeah, that one is ghosted for him as well. He's very late on the brakes, or much later on the brakes there. Markov, yeah, Nikiti's gonna fall back a lot right now. Let's see. Ooh, Myth has fallen back a lot as well on those mediums. As he's also ghosted. Is that because there was some contact there potentially? Or is he also lost connection? I think he has also lost connection, and I think that is very unfortunate. Oh no, as there's contact in the back. Oh, it's Jixie and Robin. I couldn't see what happened there as I was focusing on the times, the left-hand side of my screen, but it looks like Robin is ahead right now. And Jixie just has to settle for P11 right now, as we have got a full course yellow. It's the safety car deployed. Safety car deployed for everyone. Let's see, where's the leader? As that's my main focus. Yes, leader Mr. Pizza is heading into turn 10 right now, but it's too early to pit. If you pit right now with the hard tires, you're gonna be in trouble, I think, with the mediums. However, I know some people that are gonna be very happy with the safety car. That would be Whoops. He'd be loving his time right now. Same for the Mash and a Myth in P9, but Myth is ghosted, so I think that won't be a huge issue. Do we have some others on mediums? Yes, we got Victorette on mediums. Let's see what the leaders do, as I quickly need to catch up in front. Yes, oh, Mr. Pizza is heading into the pit lane for medium tires then, right? Let's see what he puts on the inters. Oh no, what happened there? Oh no, Mr. Pizza. Is it raining? It's not raining, right? Or is it predicted to rain? Maybe. Because we got some cars with... Oh yeah, it's raining. You can see it. There's rain. Yes, there's rain. Oh, Mr. Pizza, you absolute genius. Do we have some other cars? Oh, never mind. Maybe he wasn't that genius because other people have, yeah, picked up on that one as well. Probably asked their in-game engineer what the weather was going to be like. Wow, that is some brilliant safety car timing then. Let's see what the time or the tires are like then. Detail. The tire wise, yeah, we've got Arthur out there. Oh, he's ghosted right now, so he doesn't look like. Let's go on board. Myth has come back, I think. Let's see if I can quickly, as we are under a safety car period, change the camera settings. Oh, doesn't look like that's the case. That's poorly managed by my end. Either I'm massively looking over it because I don't want to be in the menu right now, or it's not there. No. Oh, High Life retired from the session. I think he saw that continuing wasn't gonna help his chances. Okay, so right now we've got... Oh, Nikiti stayed out on those hard... Oh, yeah, it's his AI driving. Okay. That would be a very unfortunate situation right now. The front of the field with Mr. Pizza closely behind that. But I think all the active drivers are on intermediate tires. We have got Arthur on hards still. Maybe the rain isn't that heavy and he wants to stick it out. It looks to be the case. He's confident that he can make this one work. The amount of rain doesn't seem that heavy at the moment. So those tires, those inters might overheat. Dixie's in the pits right now. Let's see. We've got Florian that pitted under the safety car, but I think he went to medium tires when there is some rain on hitting us right now. There's a lot of back markers as well in the train right now, which I'm not too sure how they're going to sort that. I should probably look into that myself as well, as I'm also racing in ARS Tier 7, but not at the time being because of some technical difficulties. Let's see. Yeah, we've got basically everyone on the intermediate tires then. Just make sure we close that menu for a little bit. Let's catch up with some penalties. We got Mr. Pizza with a 9-second penalty in total. Wow, I massively ignored that one. That is devastating for Mr. Pizza, as those might not get removed, might get removed. I am not sure. I'm not part of the FIA, luckily. And yeah, I don't know if those will get removed, but we're gonna have to wait and see for that one. Let's see, we have got Making another lap of the safety car right now. Yeah, allows me to take a quick little sip of my drink. Well, there we are again. Had some nice high. Well, I'm not gonna attempt saying that word, but I made sure I stayed hydrated right there. Okay, let's get rid of all those not needed menus. I think everyone is catching up on the weather right now. We've got some people in the pit lane. It is Florian and I think is that Victor or Jixie? I can't make that one up right now. But let's get rid of that menu so I can check a little bit better. Yes, that is Victorette. Very done. Where is DJ Panda then? DJ Panda is over here. How does that work? Okay, I'm confused at how this works, but it's fine. I think Florian is like laps down on everyone basically. Well, that's very unfortunate for him. But I think we might get racing again. So, let's spectate the leading pack. Yes, safety car is in this lap. We need Nikita to lead the field, but it's his AI driving on dry tires at the moment. So, that is going to be interesting. But let's wait and see. Actually, we miss our pizza leading this Grand Prix very, very early on after the green flag flies. But remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Mr. Pizza very close by. Nikita driving with the AI form as the green flag waves at Canada, but we've got someone loose on the rear, but we focus on the front as Mr. Pizza overtakes Nikita's AI, but he goes deep, which allows Ezzo to swoop around the outside of turn 1, but the fight isn't over yet. Mr. Pizza wants to fight this one. Let's see who wins out. It is Mr. Pizza for the time being, as Whoops is closely behind the pair of them. As everyone is loose on the rear right now, as we've got some huge corners, I think, in the backhand. There's lots of people slow right now, as it's a very chaotic. Oh, someone in the wall there. It's a McLaren, and that is Florian, I think, in the wall, as Myth also majorly lost out there. But let's continue to focus on the fight ahead, as there is a virtual safety car right now. A virtual safety car right now. Again, a pause button onto this race, as there was huge carnage behind, but you know, we focused on the leading drivers battling it out for P1 and P2. But you gotta stay aware with the virtual safety car, because this could clear up very soon. Oh, we've got some overtaking going on there. That shouldn't happen unless we've got some places that we should give back to each other, but generally there shouldn't be any overtaking under the VSC. Let's see how this is looking right now. I mean, the gaps will obviously stay the same, or that is what it should be. I wonder what the mindset of Ezzo is going to be like. Drive-through penalty, speeding under VSC for Markov. Oh, that is so unfortunate. He's in P15. I think he did a typical Amon action. That is the exact same thing as I did on my first ever league race. No, sir, my second ever league race in Mexico. Too eager to get into that pit lane, and then you speed into it, into the Delta. So that is very unfortunate. As, oh my god, there is a lot of penalties up ahead as well for Woobs, Zongo, and Mashtag Ready. All having a penalty right now. Let's double check. Oh, wow, Zongo, 10-second penalty. That must be a speeding in the pit lane. Same for Mashtag Brady. Oops, with 3 seconds. That's manageable. That's manageable. And we've got Ezzo without any penalties so far. So my money is on Ezzo. I mean, those penalties could get removed, especially from Mr. Pizza. But you get a race like it's not there, basically. Because if it gets removed and you're in P2 thinking, well, you know, I got this in the bag. Well, certainly you don't if all the penalties get removed. So, yeah. If I was Ezo, I would definitely try, but not try too much. I think if you're within like 3 seconds, you should probably, like at least one will stay. That's my assumption. So I would be at least within 3 seconds. As Whoops gets another marking. As we're actually green again. Wow, I completely missed that one. Sorry, everyone. But yeah, Whoops got another penalty right there. As Azzo is trying to follow Mr. Pizza behind in front, but Mr. Pizza is strengthening for rear grip right now. As we're heading to turn 8 and turn 9. So we got Zongo and P4 right now. We've got Mash and P5 closely behind Zongo. That's an interesting battle for P4 and P5. Umax and P6 slowly climbing back up again. Maybe has a little bit more of a wet setup on the car. As we've got Robin in P7. We've got Nino in P8. Victoret in P9. So he's also making his way up again. We've got Miff in P10. Recovering a little bit from that earlier AI disconnect. Oh, as he's very behind the refs there on the exit. We've got Ronald in P11. Some ghosted cars up ahead. We've got Nikiti DNF'd. And we've got Jixie on dry tires. Wow, Jixie. Oh no, Jixie going deep into the hairpin. Is there someone behind him closely? No, Markov at P14 right now. DJ Panda, P15, is ghosted at the moment. Oh, Jeroen almost loses it on the main straight as he is on, I think, dry tires. Yes, he is on dry tires. Borajan is ghosted from the looks of it. As Nikita came back, but I think that is slightly too late. So let's head back up a little bit again. Oh, as we've got side-by-side action going into turn 8 and 9. That doesn't work. Oh, that is close as Mash gets ahead of Zongo. Wow. I do not know how those two did not touch. As we got a 10-second time penalty for Jixie for corner cutting. Oh, that is close. Hitting Mash in the back. Heading into turn number 10. Can Zongo get the power down? Oh, he's trying. So is Mash. But they're both loose on the rear as we're heading into the chicane. Let's see if Zongo can get back at the Mash. Into the chicane. Oh, a little bit of corrections there for the pair of them. Mash is breaking the slipstream. Wisely doing so. Heading into turn 1, Mash has overtaken Zongo. But that fight has been won by Mash. As we've got Vumax closely behind, or rather, not so closely as that gap is almost 6 seconds. But we've got Robin behind him. Almost a second between the both of them. We've got Nino closely followed by Victoret. What is the weather going to be like? It looks like it's increasing. Looks like, oh, as Victoret is into the wall there, but keeps it pointing into the right direction. But that must give an opportunity to Miff into P10. Look, is there damage on that Red Bull? Doesn't look like the front wing is damaged. As we have got caution into Sector 1. Jeroen is slow as the rain is really picking up right now. If you're still on dry tires for Jeroen, yes, that is going to be tough. He has to be cautious heading into the pit lane. Yeah, that gamble hasn't worked out, unfortunately. As those tires have absolutely no grip. But it's Mr. Pizza ahead, followed by Azo into P2. As Mr. Pizza looks to be faster in these conditions, but he's got that 9-second penalty, so we're gonna have to wait and see what the status of that is going to be. As we've got Whoops in P3, but Mash is really feeling himself in those wet conditions, or in these wet conditions right now. He's almost, on the podium positions, but he has a 13 seconds time penalty, and if it's a speeding, oh, almost loses the backhand there, heading into the left-hander. But we've got a nice little battle for P3. It's Whoops, Mash, and Zongo right now, all closely behind one another. As we've got a blue flag ahead. Oh, please go straight there. Oh, he's AI'd and ghosted. I'm not sure what's happening over there, but it looks to be alright for the time being. As we're heading down to the hairpin. We have got Mash right now. Looking to overtake Whoops. Oh, there's a virtual safety car again, as someone has probably spun somewhere. Oh, Ronald looked to be a little bit slow there. As Florian is also very slow. Oh no, Ezo! A drive-through penalty, speeding into the VSC. As he immediately takes that one as well. Oh, what happened here? Oh no, that's a tire change. Oh, that is so poorly timed, I think. He was coming in for a tire change. Make sure he gets that fresher rubber. Maybe, you know, those earlier rain conditions he burned his tires in those, well, drier conditions, as the track was getting wet. There was rain, clearly. But, yeah, it was a big question mark on whether, you know, it was already, you know, wet enough for the inters to function properly. As Whoops also has a drive-through penalty. What is happening over here? Oh, we're green again. Oh no, I again missed it completely. Yeah, Whoops, very close to Zongo and Mash, as we've got lots of penalties between everyone right now at the front. So, yeah, this is a very penalty-heavy Grand Prix at the moment, but we don't know. Those penalties could be unfairly given to the drivers. Let's see what's going to happen, as, I mean, I'm expecting Whoops and Azo to drive into the pits. They have to, I think. I'm not sure what's going to happen if you just don't do it, but I don't want to find out myself. So I think those drivers will, you know, if we had board radios, we would need a little bit of censoring. But yes, there goes Whoops into the pit lane. Oh, Azo doesn't do it yet. Might go for a lap later. Doesn't want to be in a fight with Whoops potentially. Let's see what the fight is going to be like. Mr. Pizza has a nice, almost 9 seconds gap. If he can build that gap up, he is winning the Grand Prix no matter what. Doesn't matter if those penalties get removed or not then. The Mash, Mash is 16 seconds penalty, so that's given. All those penalties get removed, and I know what the reputation is like with the stewards and removing penalties for like speeding in the pit lane and stuff like that, but I think that is not going to happen, but you never know. Let's focus on the fight though. We've got Zongo in P3 looking to overtake Mash in P2. Adding into into turn 10. Slow hairpin. Heading on. Oh, we've got slow cars on sector 2. Let's see, is that Jixie? Looks not to be the case. It's a dark color. I think that might be Miff. Yes, that's Miff. Very damaged right now. It's right on board with him. Yes. Losing, I think, a big piece of front wing there. No, that's actually a pretty big piece. I think that must have been some contact potentially with someone, even though there's not really someone close by. Markov is, I think, ghosted. Yes, he had some connection issue, I think. Umax is trying to overtake Whoops right now. Whoops, after serving that drive to, fell back to P8. Doesn't look like the move is done yet. Let's see. Victorette is in the pit lane, getting some new intermediates. Let's see how that turns out. As Azo still has the drive-through, but is still driving right now into P4, which he would be doing after the drive-through as well. But I wonder how that would end up for him. Let's see. Got Mr. Pizza ahead in first place, leading the field. Mash into P2, but Zingo close behind him. Oh, Mash lose on the rear end. Can Zingo profit from that with a better exit? Doesn't look like it's the case. But this straight is very long. Looks to be gaining, Zingo. But the next corner is not really a corner. You can go side by side. So Zingo has to be patient. He's too far back right now. Maybe he can force Mash into a error, as he's close to the wall of champions. No, Zongo is too far back right now, so we focus on the driver behind, Azo, into the pit lane. He has to serve that drive-through penalty. We'll do that. Let's see. Ooh, Robin coming into the pit lane, probably changing his tires right now. Wants fresh intermediates. Feels like they have got no grip in them anymore. As Nino is doing the same thing behind him. Whoops will overtake the pair of them, heading on to lap 24 for him. Jeroen getting another time penalty. I'm not reading all the penalties out loud anymore. They are too much, as you can probably tell, as I'm trying to focus on the on-track action. We've got Womack close behind Whoops right now for P5 and P6. As Robin has come out behind both Womack and Womack. Oh, and we have got a yellow onto the main straight. Let's try and figure out who that is. Oh, it was Jixie, but he has managed to keep going. That's nice for him. Let's see, are there some battles further down? Doesn't look to be the case. Jeroen is close in front of some people, but that's not a battle for position. And for Florian. DJ Panda is ghosted. We've got Myth in P11. Fortunate situations for him at the moment. Markov in P10. Maybe they can battle it out. I think they're both part of Team ERS. Let's see who is the better Team member. Obviously, with a little winky face right there and jokingly making that comment. Let's see if they can, who's going to beat one another. So we've got Nino in P9 right now. Victoret in P8. That looks to be no battling there. Robin looks to be in clean air. Boomex and Whoops is a fight. And then it's Zongo and Mash is also a fight. But Zongo slightly dropping back right now. Maybe those tires are starting to fade for Zongo. Maybe he has to think about pitting. Azo is in P4 right now. He is not in a terrible position after that drive-through. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Let's see. Is there some more fighting happening right now? Yes, Womax and Whoops still going at it. But doesn't look like to be the case that they're overtaking each other very soon. Oh, we've got some caution. That is one of the McLarens. Florian looks to be back driving. Oh, that's a 3-second time penalty for Myth. As at the moment, there is only 3 drivers without a penalty. Womax, Robin, and Azo. Azo obviously had that drive-through, but without that, he is clean in terms of penalties. Let's see what the tires are like. Tires, please. Tires. Yes, tires. Thank you very much. So we've got some yellow flags right now. I am not too sure where that is coming from, as we have got no one on the main straight. That looks to be cleared. Okay, perfect. So we have got Azo with the freshest tires at the moment in P4. He looks to be hungry to overtake some people right now. We've got, oh, that's a driver that's ghosted, I think. Wow, I think Azo was scared from that a little bit as well. Zogo, 14 lap old intermediate tires. He needs to take those tires a lot further than what he has done so far. So I think there might be an extra pit stop coming for these people, but they'll have fresher rubber towards the end then. Whoops right now in P5. Closely followed behind Womack still. Oh, we've got someone going to dry tires. Will that work out for Jixie? As the track has, the rain has stopped. The track looks drier. Doesn't look dry. But let's see. Let's ride on board a little bit with Jixie. Oh, that's loose coming into the final chicane. I think it's an interesting tire strategy. Oh, wait. Actually, I have completely calculated the laps wrong. I thought there were still a lot more laps. But we're almost at the end of the Grand Prix. There is 8 laps remaining. For Mr. Pizza, that is. I'm not very aware of, the lapped cars and everything. But yeah, Jixie is really struggling out there right now with tire temp and with grip, basically. I think that gamble isn't going to work out as well as he like. But Jeroen is also doing the same. I don't mind it. Ooh, front ring replacement as well. I don't mind it. You're in P15, P14, P13. You're basically lost. You have nothing to lose. However, Dixie's in 6 lap old tires already. Did he pit that late ago? Oh, you'd have probably catch that. But if he pitted that early, that is pretty ambitious. But, I respect it. Let's see up front what the people will do. Zongo close to Mash as the track, I think, well, the rain has stopped. The track looks dry. But do you pit? Do you make up that time? That's the question. Oh, yes, Zongo is pitting. He takes the risks. He makes the call, makes the move into the pit lane. to put on new tires. He will be going to the sus, but he has a stop and go penalty. Oh no, what happened to Zungo? Change the camera angle. I cannot change the camera angle. That is very unfortunate. I'm very interested what happened there, but I think he had either a stop and go penalty or whatever. Well, whatever the case is, he's on soft tires right now. Maybe behind Womax. Yes, there is Womax and Whoops. Does Victoret overtake him as well? Yes, Victoret overtakes him as well. I think, no, wait, 1 second. 1 second, it's gonna be close. No, Uzango is ahead of Victoret as more people are coming in the pits. Robin is in the pits. DJ Panda is in the pits. But what are the lead drivers doing? What is Mr. Pizza doing? Does he feel like he has the gap to stay out and nurse it to the end? Mash heading into turn 10. Azo behind him. Pressure in the median tires. That could be beneficial for Azo, as those tires will be overheating once the track is dried up. Oh, that is into the wall for Whoops. Oh no, as Womax overtakes him. Whoops, too aggressive into that corner. No tires left. Those 16-lap-old intermediates have given way. And so has Whoops to Womax. Wow, that was close. Zungo is closely following the pair of them. He's on those soft tires. Having to overtake a back marker right now. I think that's Jixie. Not too sure about that one. But that looks a little awkward, as Victoret is also very close by. Robin in P8. Let's see, as someone is in the pits. It's Womax heading into the pit lane for 6 laps remaining. He feels like he needs dry tires. He's going to the medium tires right now. Zongo in P5, very close to Whoops, but oh, that's loose as well on the rear for Whoops, but it looks to be fine. We haven't seen a personal. Can we get that menu? Fastest lap? Yes, fastest lap is still for Whoops. That is early into the Grand Prix with those hard tires, so those soft are not up to temperature yet. We've got Victoret close by Zongo. Let's see last. Can we see last lap? No, we cannot, unfortunate. Let's put it on fastest lap like this. I'm wondering when those soft tires are being fired up right now. The fastest laps are not coming out yet, so it's smart of Mr. Pizza. Mash. Oh, Mash is jumping into the pit lane. He also feels like he needs dry tires, as DRS has been enabled. Azo also into the pit lane. Mr. Pizza, where is he? He just started another lap. He's on lap 30 with those intermediate tires. Oh, Mash also has some sort of time penalty there, as Whoops is... I can't really see. Yeah, Whoops is coming into the pit lane, so Zungo will overtake probably 1, 2, 3 cars and take P2 in this Grand Prix. With those... Well, not P3, sorry, he's overtaking Mash. Yes, that has worked out for him. I think he was behind him. Azo is in front of him. Oh no, it's gonna be close. No, Mash, scrap that. Mash is still in front. But Zungo has those... Well, not fresher rubber, but he has fired up rubber, basically. His tires will be more up to temperature. But doesn't look to be the case. Oh, as he loses it, going hunting after Mash. Too eager onto the throttle pedal. And he clamps the wall, basically. As Whoops right now has the current fastest time with a 1:11.7, but I think that's still from earlier in the Grand Prix, as Mr. Pizza doesn't think he can keep the guys behind. And also makes his way into the pit lane. I think he might have had a gap to still be ahead of Azo. If that's the case, I think it's a pretty smart move. Azo is in P2 right now without any penalty. Keep that in mind, everyone. Mash is currently in P3. Closely followed by Zungo. So I'm gonna get that one back to interval right now. Let's close this menu. Everyone is on dry tires again. The race went back to dry tires, so if you've got the freshest tires, you are pretty happy right now. Or if your name is Mr. Pizza, because he is out in front with a 16-second lead onto Azo. So he'll be heading towards the Grand Prix victory. But what will happen for the last couple of podium places? Zongo doesn't seem to have the pace on Mash to catch him right now. 3.8 seconds behind him. As Whoops is 12 seconds behind Zongo and has to defend again from Womax. Womax on those medium tires. So you have slightly less grip, but I think he potentially did not have any fresh softs remaining, as those gambles from the other drivers hasn't really paid off from Jixi, Run, and DJ Panda. If in P11, Markov in P12, El Nino. Oh, we've got some yellow flags onto the main straight. Oh, that looks to be resolved. As right now we've got lots of people with clean air, except for Woomax and Whoops. These guys have been added the entire Grand Prix. As Robin gets another 3-second time penalty, that will be unfortunate for his race, but there's a 27 seconds gap to Nino right now, so that looks to be fine. Markov in P10 finishing out the points paying positions. If in P11, 16 seconds gap to the one in front of him. So the only real battle right now is for Victoret, Woomax, and Whoops, as it's even, well, it's just Woomax and Whoops right now, as that's the main battle we'll be focusing on to end this Grand Prix right now. Some nice helmet design there from Woomax. Really like that one. Might have been just the default one. Well, never mind. Let's see if Woomax can close the gap to Zungo, but it looks to be not the case, as those medium tires don't have the grip to attack Woomax. I think, or to attack Whoop, so Woomax has to settle for P6 right now. As Victoret is closely behind, maybe Victoret can do something right now. In that Red Bull of his. Robin is really far behind. Let's see. Yeah, Woomax is not close enough to make any overtaking moves right now. Let's see. Is there a potential for any moves? Doesn't look like it's the case. Maybe for Jeroen on DJ Panda. That one looks to be close. As I don't fully understand where DJ Panda is. No, that's not close. Why it doesn't say that's close? That is very interesting. Yeah, I do not know why that's the case. This is the current penalty screen. It's a lot of maths we have to do to figure that one out, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see, is there anyone that has gained lots of positions? Yes, there is. Robin with 6 places improvement. Nino with 4 places improvement. Mash with 5. Ezra with 1. But the pole sitter has capped his lead, and he's gonna convert that into a Grand Prix victory right now. Let's see if there's some battling out there. Let's remove that one. Move that one. Let's see. Yeah, Ezra in P2. Cruising home. Mash into P3. Doing that same thing, but making sure not to go too easy on the tires, because they... Oh, Mash pushing the car still. Never mind. Scrap that. Not cruising home. They are flat out pushing right now. Oh, we have got some yellows onto the main straight. That looks to resolve itself again. Let's see, as we're almost heading into the last lap, let's see where Mr. Pizza is. Mr. Pizza is heading onto the back straight to start his final lap. Let's see. Let's ride on board for the last lap with Mr. Pizza, as he deserved that with that masterclass right now. He has a, I think, 9-second time penalty. Yes, a 9-second time penalty, but Azo is 16 seconds behind him. But I think we also need to give shout out to Azo. Without that drive-through penalty, that's easily like, what, 18 seconds? Yeah, I don't want to say it, but he might have gotten robbed a little bit there. But, you know, I won't get into it. But that's what the young people would say, as I'm probably a part of that. But never mind. Less yapping from me. Let's focus on the current race leader heading to his victory right now at the Canadian Grand Prix here at ERS Tier 5, Round 7. Just take it as easy, Mr. Pizza. I know you want to be fast and make that gap as big as you can, but you just have to cross the line right now. Just make sure to keep it on the black stuff. We don't need to take any risks, don't need to take any penalties or risk any penalties. as Mr. Pizza is heading into the last chicane. He is gonna come out of it to cross the line into P1. Mr. Pizza wins the Canadian Grand Prix. Wow, with a 18 seconds lead over Ezzo in P2. Take a bow, my friends. And we follow Ezzo into the last chicane. For the last time, he has also finished the race and come to claim P2, as we've got a Red Bull very badly damaged on that main straight. But that looks to be okay. Mash is going to finish in P3. Good performance by him. A lot of paces gained. Zongo will also head on to the main straight to claim 4th position. Closely behind him is Whoops into P5. He has kept that place over Womax. Then again, closely behind, we've got Victorettes. We've got Womax over Whoops actually, with the applying of all the penalties. So that's Womax in P5, Whoops in P6, Victorette in P7. We've got Robin going to cross the line. Should be in P8 on track, but let's see what the penalties do. And that is actually everyone finished because of all the left cars. We've got Robin in P8, it says on my screen right now. Let's figure out what the complete order will be like. As Womax is driver of the day. Oh, that scared me for a little bit. Wow. Was I think Miff purposely full coughing in the mic there. Wow, that really scared me. But okay, let's yeah, the podium ceremony. Well, look at the drivers. Look at Mr. Pizza on the top step, Ezzo and Mash. Incredible performance by all of them. This was a very, very enjoyable race to watch from my end. Let's quickly see what the overall classification is like. So then, we have got Mr. Pizza in P1, Ezzo in P2, Mash in P3, Zorgo in P4, Womax in P5 over Whoops. As we've got then Victorette in P7, Robin in P8, Elenino in P9, Markov in P10, Miff Shadow X at P11, DJ Panda P12, Jeroen in P13, Yaxi in P14, Florian in P15, Ronald in P16, Nikiti in P17, Achter in P9 or P18, and then I think it was Hilo in P19. Very unfortunate for Hilo, crashing early on into the Grand Prix. But that will be it for... Sorry, that was my mic muting button. Yes, as that will be it for ERS Tier 5 Round 7. I've been your caster or commentator, Amon. I thank you all for watching. And ERS Racing will be back on Friday with Thomas Pixel, or Pixel Thomas, I should say, to cast ERS Tier 7. I'm not sure which round it is, but I'll leave that up to the Discord ping notification to let everyone know what exact round it is. But thank you all for watching. This was me, Amon, casting today. I thank you all for watching. I'm very happy I got given this opportunity to cast. And yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody. Thomas and Jordi allowing me to do this on my own. It was a very wonderful experience. I need to catch my breath right now, but it was amazing nonetheless. Yeah, just want to say thank you all. Thanks for watching. And I hope you guys will have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, wherever you might be around the globe. Take care, everyone.